When we look at the lives of remarkable individuals like Carl Jung, Sigmund Freud, Albert Einstein, Nelson Mandela, and countless others who have shaped history, it's easy to feel insignificant in comparison. Their achievements, discoveries, and influence seem monumental, as if they were born for greatness. Meanwhile, our own lives can feel ordinary, repetitive, and lacking in impact. But the truth is that the measure of a meaningful life is not in fame, accolades, or societal recognition. Meaning comes from our daily actions, our inner battles, and our pursuit of self-understanding and growth. Every person carries within them both light and shadow. The shadow is the part of ourselves we do not see, the impulses we deny, the emotions we suppress, and the flaws we refuse to confront. It is envy, laziness, fear, rage, shame, and all the aspects we hide from the world, and sometimes from ourselves. To ignore the shadow is to live in partial blindness, never fully aware of why we feel or act the way we do. Suppression gives power to these hidden elements. They linger in the unconscious, influencing decisions and behaviors without our permission. Carl Jung called the process of facing and integrating this hidden side shadow work. By bringing the unconscious into consciousness, we reclaim control over our lives. Jung's philosophy teaches that true self-knowledge is not just an intellectual exercise. It is the process of becoming whole, of recognizing every part of yourself, including the parts you would rather ignore. The mask we present to the world, the persona, is a protective layer. It helps us navigate society, gain approval, and maintain relationships. But excessive identification with the persona leads to imbalance because it distances us from our authentic self. Behind this mask lies the shadow, a repository of qualities we consider unacceptable. Acknowledging it does not mean acting on every impulse. It means recognizing the truth about yourself, understanding your fears, your rage, your envy, and your limitations without judgment. Projection is a natural result of repression. Often the qualities we despise in others are reflections of our own unacknowledged traits. Someone who irritates us may hold the mirror to a tendency we refuse to admit. By observing this projection, we gain insight into our shadow and an opportunity for growth. Shadow work is not a comfortable process. It requires courage, honesty, and patience. You must sit with your discomfort, examine your motives, and reflect on your choices. Journaling, meditation, or self-inquiry are tools to facilitate this process. Ask yourself, why did I react that way? Was my response authentic? What would I feel if the roles were reversed? These questions illuminate the unconscious patterns that dictate our behavior. Integration of the shadow brings freedom. Anger, once recognized, can serve as protection and motivation. Envy can reveal what we truly desire. Laziness can signal the need for rest or recalibration. Each suppressed quality, once acknowledged and integrated, becomes a resource rather than a liability. True power comes not from rejecting darkness, but from embracing it. Many of the world's most influential figures exemplify this principle. Nelson Mandela endured 27 years of imprisonment. Most would have emerged embittered or broken. Mandela emerged stronger, wiser, and more compassionate, having faced both the darkness imposed upon him and the darkness within himself. Carl Jung studied the human psyche not only as a scientist, but also as a man confronting his own inner chaos, fear, and desires. His insights reveal that greatness is forged in the crucible of self-awareness and integration. True self-knowledge also reveals the necessity of action. Jung emphasized that purpose is not found in thoughts alone, but in deeds. You are defined by what you do, not by what you say you intend to do. Many people live reactively, waiting for life to provide opportunities, for inspiration to strike, or for circumstances to align perfectly. Yet, meaning emerges when we take initiative, creating friendships, pursuing knowledge, acting on values, and confronting challenges deliberately. Passive waiting produces experience, but active engagement produces purpose. Fear is a natural companion to action. Carl Jung said, "Where your fear is, there lies your task." Every courageous step involves risk of failure, disappointment, or rejection. Courage does not eliminate fear, it confronts it. By assessing the realistic consequences of action and preparing for them, we reduce the hold of fear. The goal is not perfection or certainty, but engagement with life in spite of uncertainty. The contrast of light and shadow is essential to understanding existence. Jung noted that even happiness cannot exist without a measure of darkness. Joy gains meaning only in contrast to sorrow, triumph only in contrast to defeat. Life is not a sequence of victories. It is a blend of successes, failures, setbacks, and recoveries. Each negative experience teaches resilience, patience, or insight, while every positive experience is amplified by the context of struggle. Shadow work leads naturally to authenticity. When you accept all aspects of yourself, you no longer seek validation through pretense or manipulation. Others recognize authenticity. Trust and connection deepen. Strength arises from wholeness, not superficial excellence. As you align action with inner understanding, your life radiates integrity and meaning. Integration also refines your ability to pursue goals. A writer who has confronted procrastination, self-doubt, and fear will write consistently, regardless of inspiration. A teacher or mentor who has faced jealousy and impatience can offer guidance without resentment. Action guided by self-awareness is strategic and deliberate, rather than reactive and impulsive. In this way, shadow work is not merely introspective. It fuels the capacity to manifest purpose externally. Even when failure occurs, the lessons embedded in struggle deepen meaning. Rejecting a manuscript, losing a job, or experiencing disappointment is part of the journey. Those experiences reveal latent strengths and provide context for appreciating success. Life's purpose emerges not solely from achieving goals, but from the consistent engagement with challenges, the cultivation of resilience, and the integration of inner darkness into a conscious living practice. To live fully, one must cultivate courage, awareness, and intentionality. Ask yourself, what do I value? What principles guide me? How can I act today to express these values? These reflections serve as compasses, guiding decisions and actions toward alignment with purpose. Shadow work informs this process, ensuring that choices arise from authenticity rather than avoidance or projection. Ultimately, the shadow is not an enemy. It is a teacher, a mirror, and a source of energy. Every suppressed desire, fear, and flaw contains lessons that, once integrated, allow us to live a more complete, resilient, and meaningful life. Wholeness is the reward of shadow work, and through it, the purpose of life becomes clearer, to live deliberately, courageously, and authentically. So embrace your shadow, sit with your discomfort, explore your hidden motivations, and integrate your darkness into conscious living. Take action, face your fears, and align your deeds with your values. The journey is ongoing, never-ending, and profoundly transformative. Every step towards self-knowledge, every act of courage, every embrace of your imperfections brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. In recognizing and integrating your shadow, you discover not just yourself, but your purpose, and in doing so, you transform every aspect of your existence into a testament of authenticity, courage, and meaning.